So you want to see a Shaman tank Ragnaros. Well, here we go. I got you covered. My guild is just a little bit crazy. Shout out to Behind the Curve for letting me do this. And they haven't let me tank any other bosses yet. And I did Ragnaros first. It's a little bit in a backwards order there. But we're going to talk about the mechanics of how this is possible for a Shaman to tank Ragnaros, because it's not set up to be that way. Gearing, strategy as far as the actual comp and raid setup, and your rotation. And this is also possible because I mess up in two big ways. One's a more advanced way. We'll talk about both of those at the end though. So here we go. We're getting ready to set up. And the first thing, there's two mechanics that Ragnaros has that you really have to focus on. Is Wrath of Ragnaros is the melee punt back. Every melee has to deal with that. You run in, you run out. You do the same thing that tanks do. You just stay in and you're good, right? And you have so much fire resist, you're probably going to be fine in that regard. The curveball for Shamans though is Blizzard hates us and we have mana, and they don't think about that at all, nor did they give us a taunt, but I'm not bitter about that. So there is if you have a mana bar, if you have mana, he's going to target you and knock you back. Anyone within 10 yards of you. So as you can see here, my weak auras are actually covering it up, but the two tanks are right here. There's a feral druid and a warrior right here, and I'm over here. And that is about as far of a distance as you need. I just go a little farther, they scoot a little farther, and then we're good right here. Everything's set up as normal from this. So from here, we just tank it as normal, and if they there was literally no problems. You'll see I'll play the whole thing. So that's the positioning, and the group comp is warrior, feral druid, me. Warlock for the imp buff, but honestly I didn't need the imp buff. My health literally is absolutely fine. You'll see it's pretty ridiculous how fine I was tanking it. I could absolutely make some adjustments. I'll talk about those at the end of what I'm going to do next time. But I would have switched the hunter for the warlock just to kind of make sure that happens. But there is another shaman in the group because you do not want to be totem twisting for this. So there was a shaman that dropped down Wind Fury for the other group and Strength of Earth for the other people in my group, and I dropped down Grace of Air, Stone Skin to kind of protect myself a little bit, and Healing Stream. Healing Stream I only dropped once just to help, and it really didn't matter at all because again damage was not a problem. I should have dropped Mana Tide, is what I should have dropped, but I was more so checking to see how much damage I took. This is the first time I've ever done it, and obviously you can't drop a fire totem. So there is the whole setup. Gear. For shamans to be able to tank raids, you pretty much have to outgear the raid you're in. If you do, I've not tried it because I was collecting gear and I was been enhancement DPS shaman collecting every single piece of tank gear I can possibly get, and I've amassed a pretty good set, I would say. A lot of it is similar to DPS, so there's a little bit of double dips. Crown of Destruction, Nixia Tooth Necklace, a Band of Acuria, PvP Ring, Hand of Justice. A lot of those things are pretty much DPS items anyway, right? But I do have a tank cloak on, which drops off of Ragnaros himself. Bad bracers, still working on those. 3-piece Black Dragon Scale for the legs, boot, and shoulders, and 2-piece rank 13 gear for the chest and hands from PvP to get that 20 stamina bonus. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and I have the 10 fire resist shaman trinket for that as well. My main hand weapon sucks, and I'll get rank 14 here in about 2 weeks or so, and I'm going to try this again in some way. And then my shield's okay, it's the PvP shield. So there's the gear setup, but 315 is the fire resist that you want for Ragnaros. It's the maximum, it's the cap. Ragnaros does deal fire and melee damage though. That's a misconception. It's not all fire damage. If that was the case, I would wield a two-hander, which actually gets to a problem that I had that I could have done better. So you do want to wear a shield because he does actually hit you, but it also deals a ton of fire damage. It's like flame tongue weapon that shamans have. So huge hit plus some fire damage plus all the other fire damage you're taking just from the raid itself. So you want to rock 315, and I personally, I don't know if I might adjust some things. We'll talk about adjustments at the end though. So here we go. This now is Ragnaros. We're getting ready. I am definitely freaking out because I've never tanked Ragnaros before. This is the first raid I've tanked a Nixia. I have another video on the channel about Nixia, and that's been going really well. I actually have another video I can post on the Nixia, and I've been consistently grabbing her during phase 3. It's been great, which has earned me the street cred enough to be able to get Ragnaros. Oh, I just also realized this is one of my first mistakes right here. As you can see, we got 35 seconds left. I have a weapon on, and it's not proccing my Wind Fury weapon from the other Shaman. What I did not realize that I would have had my add-on freaking out on me, like, hey, Rockbiter, hey, Rockbiter, hey. But I have Wind Fury on my weapon, which is not letting my thing tell me this because it's already been dropped by the other Shaman. So ideally, you would start with Rockbiter. And at the start of this, I don't have Rockbiter, and I have to waste an entire global. I lose threat. I don't Earthshock for too long. It's terrible. So pause right here. There's 7, 8, 10 seconds left. I drop Grace of Air. I drop Stone Skin. I drop Healing Stream. I drink for a second. I stand back up, and we're ready to go. Right? So here we go. And my first global I'm spamming is Storm Strike. I'm trying to get the Storm Strike debuff up, and I should have immediately followed up with Earth Strike, but I realized my Rockbiter wasn't out. I needed my Rockbiter, and now I Earth Strike. So to go through that real quick, you should Storm Strike first global to put that nature debuff on him so you can get a huge Earth Shock on there. I messed that up. I should have done it, and I saw the Rockbiter that because of the thing I just told you about. I should have still done Earth Shock and then done Rockbiter as my third global instead. So I messed up there, and that definitely caused me. As you can see, at the very, very start of things, I was very, very low, and as soon as I Earth Shock, I jumped up a chunk right there. But then now the other tanks are going. And that's another side note about Shaman tanks. Shaman tanks don't have to have aggro to be able to deal threat, right? And to go for it, right? There's no difference. So now our main tank, Jackie, has it, and I have to kind of fight to get it back. And y'all see how this kind of goes. Here brings my second problem that I ran into. The rotation is literally just Earthshock off cooldown. That is literally it. If you notice over here too, Lightning Shield. This is an alert for me to use Lightning Shield. This is an alert for me to use Oil of Immolation. This is a Dark Rune. I will use this. But Lightning Shield, Shamans should not use Lightning Shield unless you want extra damage here or you have extra globals for it. But I didn't think I had enough mana to do it. And you probably won't have enough mana either because I go pretty here. And you'll see, you're chugging Dark Runes and mana potions, everything. Lightning Shield does not give you threat. It does not give the Shaman threat at all. So that's just a whole nother thing. I've talked about that in the other Shaman tank video. So don't worry about that. What I should have done here, as soon as I realized I did not have threat, literally as soon as I realized that Jackie had threat, I should have equipped my big old two-hander, put Rockbiter on that, and that I should have also done that before the pull as well. And then I should have started two-hander auto attacking with Rockbiter on. That's what I should have done. Didn't do that, messed up. I was honestly worried about getting aggro and dying from it, you know, and then that the whole meme would be done. But you'll see whenever I do get him here in a minute, that the health is not an issue. I absolutely had enough time to where I could have a two-hander. I could absolutely take a hit from Ragnaros with a two-hander and then switch to sword and shield real quick. So anyway, I'm threatening my butt off over here. You see me pop up a huge right there. Here we go. I'm almost got him back. Almost got him. I'm just going to town again in fire resist gear, so it's not as much damage as I could be doing, but I'm trying to crank, and it drops back down, and we're going. I'm trying here, getting a little parries. Yeah, resist on my Earth Shock. No, that sucks. But then now here, if it around 50%, he does the threat wipe on the main tank, and here we go. I got him a whole bunch. Here we go, and now. We're cooking. I am spamming Earthshock now. I got my Dark Runes. I'm drinking it. I did my Storm Strike, Earth Strike. Got a 1,000 Earthshock crit. Look at the threat, y'all. It's beautiful. Threat is beautiful, right? Other DPS are going. I still have it this whole time. Still have it. Ever since 50%, have it. It's still going. It's fun. The girl's like, oh. It was cool. It was definitely exciting to be like, I'm taking him. And I get him back here again at 15%. So honestly, if I didn't have as slow of a start and if I had to use a two-hander strategy, I would have been up in here I feel like the whole time. I messed up twice and then still had, I think overall, I would say this is a success. And I would say I successfully tanked Ragnaros, co-tanked as usual. And that's how Ragnaros works in the first place. And then boom, he drops. No Eye of Sulfurous though, but that is Ragnaros tanked. So much fun. It was so much fun. I hope any shaman that wants to do this has a guild that is awesome enough to let them try this. I'm not going to be trying this every week unless they want me to, but it was a blast to be able to do. And the things I might try next time, I absolutely definitely will do more DPS gear. I for sure especially when I get a better one-handed weapon, I will be able to crank a lot more threat. I will be using the two-hand strategy to go until I for sure have him, switch back, and then I can go. I can do that until I lose it again, and then switch back. I'm going to be going back and forth with that, and then I definitely am going to swap in more DPS gear, because if you didn't notice my health this whole time, whenever I have him. My health literally, like if you just watch from when I get him, my health never drops. Well, I think 74 is maybe the lowest I got. I got to 83 there. I got 71. My health literally never drops below 71%. And that's, I mean, obviously that's great healers too, but it's not like I'm getting wrecked. It's not like I'm getting smashed. I'm getting actually a lot of overheals because thankfully my healers were like, oh my God, a shaman's tanking. And you can see they're trying to heal, but I'm like, I'm pretty set. I'm okay over here. You know what I'm saying? Because in a lot of ways, shamans do take less damage than warriors because they are dual wielding. Shamans do have a shield. When I did a comparison of the main tank gear, who's super well geared, to my own, I actually, as a shaman tank, had more avoidance, more armor, more all those things. But obviously, the warrior is the king of threat and dual wielding, and just you saw him cranking his butt off. So there's the whole deal. And stay tuned for more shaman tank stuff as long as we'll see how far we can push this thing. So peace.